Today we're gonna see why heavy rainfall in October than usual, which means this October month of 2021 we had a heavy rainfall, which is more than normal or more than average, and in past 60 to 100 years this seems to be the highest amount of rainfall in October at several places. Most places of Kerala and Uttarakhand are flooded, and many states and cities also getting flooded, but which is unusual happening in October. We shall just see what are the main reasons for that. Okay, these reasons that I had mentioned are the main things, but we shall go in depth into each topic and know well what are the proper reasons. Okay, here the points are: delayed monsoon withdrawal. When does the monsoon withdrawal happen, but why it has been delayed? And low pressure zones in Arabian and Bay of Bengal. And climate change factor that includes mostly here La Nino, Madden Julian oscillations, and Indian Ocean dipole. We shall see all the topics in depth and understand what are the reasons. Okay, friends, this is SPV Education by SP Rajan. Here, what are all the changes gonna make and what are all the things that is provided in SPV Education world? We shall look into it. Here, the name gonna be changed, and next here live classes are planned for quants. I gonna select only 25 students, and UPSC also 25 students to be selected, and a separate live classes will be provided for them. Job alerts and important concepts that will be dealt in this channel. Okay, friends, let us go into the topic. Here we had seen the four multiple topics that are responsible for October rainfall, that is to more than average or more than normal. We shall see monsoon withdrawal has been delayed. Before understanding that monsoon withdrawal, let us know what is monsoon and a brief intro, and let us know how it happens and when it should be withdrawn. Okay, friends, here monsoon rainfall, there is a fluctuations in monsoon rainfall. Most probably India receives highest amount of rainfall in monsoon season only. That are both monsoons we have, but high amount of rainfall can be achieved through southwest monsoon, which covers whole India in a span of 15 days, which means this southwest monsoon means winds from southwest, it flows into India from the Kerala. It starts in June first week in Kerala and reaches to all over India in just a span of 15 days. This is the southwest monsoon. And next, this southwest monsoon after 2 to 3 months gets weaker. Weaker means it the strength and the moisture that has been brought from this southwest monsoon gets dumped in all over places of India, and again it becomes weaker and winds started to retreat, which means by June to September the southwest monsoon exists. Actually, by September 17th, this retreating or withdrawal of the monsoon must be happening. So actually the wind direction slowly changes and this monsoon retreats. So this is the reason actually September last week or last 2 weeks we feel thunderstorms and rainfall and in several parts of India. This is called as monsoon withdrawal. But here what had happened in this October month of 2021 is actually the monsoon withdrawal doesn't happen at September 17. It has been delayed by 19 days, and the monsoon withdrawal was started at October 6, and it takes a days. It doesn't happen at once, so it has been delayed and it has been late in several parts. This monsoon withdrawal also did not happen. After this withdrawal of this southwest monsoon, there is a retreating monsoon, we can also call it as, or northeast monsoon arises. See here the wind direction in southwest monsoon. Here kindly look into the images, it is in this direction. After this the northeast monsoon onsets to the east coast of India, and the wind direction will be opposite. So this wind direction changes and the northeast monsoon occurs from October to December. Here we can see cyclonic circulations that arises in the Bay of Bengal and just move into the direction of eastern coastal regions of the India, mostly Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, West Bengal, and these zones we can feel this northeast monsoon in the month of October. Last week it will be mostly starting October, November, December. Mostly this northeast monsoon starts in October last week. So here we can see the withdrawal of monsoon must be completed by September last week or October first week, but it has been delayed. This is the one of the main reason why we had to face a high amount of rainfall in the October month. Now, One more reason is that here we had faced a cyclone called Gulab cyclone in the October starting itself in Vishakhapatnam. So it had been started in Bay of Bengal and moved on to Vishakhapatnam and to the direction of the central India all over. It had covered most of the Indian regions, and here there is also a low pressure area has been located in Arabian Sea. Multiple low pressure areas has been seen over central India, Arabian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. These are the reasons there is also a high amount of rainfall in the October month of this year. And let us look into the one more reason, which is western disturbances. It is a natural phenomena where regularly India receives a high amount of rainfall in winter, most of the North Indian parts. Here, western disturbances. Western means it comes from the western direction, so we called it as western disturbances, and also it is carried over by westerlies. Westerlies are the tropical extratropical winds, and also these winds help for the this high pressure zone. Okay, we shall look into the image first and let me explain in detail. Okay, here when you look into the first image, here this is a tropical zone, and here above the Tropic of Cancer and there's a extratropical zone, and more than that here's a temperate region. Here in Mediterranean region there is a creation of high pressure belt. In Mediterranean Sea there is a creation of high pressure belt which is being supported by westerly winds. Westerly winds moves this moisture to the direction of east, and slowly these winds start moving, this high pressure zone start moving from Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, and while they are moving in the direction of east, there is no any hurdles or mountains they had faced, so they slowly keep on moving by the westerly jet streams, which means the winds above the troposphere we can say. And also mostly the moisture from the Black Sea and Caspian Sea has been also added to these winds, and slowly when they come across India there is a hurdle, that is the Himalayas. When these westerly winds carry this moisture from the Mediterranean Sea are in contact with the Himalayan region, there this all the moisture that has been brought has been dumped. And also here you can see a low pressure zone created in North India. Actually the North India heated up, so we get this low pressure zone, and this high pressure actually winds move from high pressure zone to the low pressure zone. Whenever the wind movement is happening, it will be happening in this pattern only, high pressure to the low pressure. Similarly from Mediterranean Sea this high pressure belt keeps on moving and just dump the bulk amount of moisture or water on the North Indian parts after hitting the Himalayan. So that only in Uttarakhand we can see winter rainfall and winter snowfall the Himalayan regions has been found due to the western disturbance. So why do we call this as disturbances? Because it is creating a havoc. Because we can see Uttarakhand floods of 2013 is also caused by these western disturbances, and also it has a great favor winter rainfall which helps Rabi crops. Rabi crops means mostly wheat cultivation has been motivated by this rainfall that happen in winter. Okay friends, we can also see here the second image how the high pressure belt rises and the wind flows towards India in a low pressure area where it is created in North India. After hitting the Himalayan mountains, large amounts of rainfall can be found. Okay friends, this is one of the reason. And next we can see here this is a theoretical explanation of what I had explained through images. You can pause it and look it over. The same points will be mentioned here. Okay friends, this image let us hold for the revision, which means finally we can see what are all the reasons. Okay, here one more thing I had said is climate change. Climate change means climate change affects has, see you can see what are all the causes of climate change. All the man-made activities are a reason for climate change, and also there is also a natural reasons for the climate change. Now what are the effects of climate change? Here it is given. You can just pass it over, you can just pass it over and read the topics that has been given here. Rise in temperature, rise in sea level, unpredictable weather patterns, increased extreme weather, these are. But now related to this topic, the climate change factor which propelled the October rainfall is La Nina effect, Madden-Julian oscillation, Indian Ocean dipole. How this is little bit scientific in approach and scientific concepts, but we can have in a clear and a simpler manner of understanding. So we shall look into it. Okay, first let us discuss La Nina and MJO and IOD. one after the other. La Nina, it is in Spanish word, it is called as a little girl. You must also know El Nino. El Nino and La Nino. El Nino means it's a little boy, and here La Nina means it's a little girl. Okay, now just I'm explaining La Nina. The same thing opposite to La Nina is El Nino. Okay, friends. Okay, can La Nino we can call it as. Now see here. This is the Pacific Ocean. Here to the eastern, this is the area of Eastern Pacific Ocean. Here in this Eastern Pacific Ocean, the surface temperature varies, which means which is not a predictable concept. It happens regularly or irregularly, but when the surface temperature is cooled down in the Eastern Pacific Ocean, here see blue color means here it has been the temperature of the Pacific Ocean in the eastern side is cooled. So when the temperature is down this side, the Western Pacific Ocean is heated up, the surface temperature is hot. So the here in eastern direction you can see high pressure belt is created, and to the western direction low pressure belt is created. When the ocean surface is heated up, low pressure is formed. When the ocean surface is cooled, high pressure is formed. Now the winds from high pressure keep on moving to the direction of low pressure. So from the Eastern Pacific Ocean, these winds start flowing, favoring the rainy conditions in the coasts of Southeast Asia and also Australia. So this is called as La Nino, whatever we call it as. La Nino here it brings high amount of rainfall in Australia and India also. Here we are relating it to the India. So most of the Indian parts also we can find a high amount of rainfall to be happen in this region because of this La Nino support. This is the thing here theoretically has been written. See, La Nino occurs in Pacific Ocean, we get heavy monsoon in India, and also El Nino is opposite it, similar opposite to it. If you want to understand, here itself I have explained. Here Eastern Pacific Ocean it is cool, but now when it heats up it is El Nino. We can discuss it in any further classes in detail. Okay, now Madden-Julian oscillations. What is Madden-Julian oscillations? The tropical weather, see here it is a tropical weather fluctuations, which means in tropical means near equator, the heavy heating of the ocean surface creates a dark thick clouds and carrying high amount of moisture and water. This heated up air goes and some other places, which means extra tropical zone mostly, it just dumps, which means it subsides. But here the region where it is creating low pressure zone, here you can find high amount of rainfall. It happens in a shorter periods, weeks and days, months, and also a few months. Here 30 to 60 days it will be happening. It is transversing phenomena, which means it keeps on moving, it doesn't stay at one place. After creating a low pressure zone, it keeps on moving. So if it is in a shorter cycle, we get better rainfall. See, Madden-Julian oscillation is shorter time period, we get better rainfall, which is also the reason for rainfall in October. Next, Indian Ocean dipole, which is similar to the El Nino or La Nino we had discussed. See here, this is the ocean, Indian Ocean area. It has two phases, which is positive phase and negative phase. What is positive phase? Positive phase is the Western Indian Ocean is hot. Negative phase is the Western Indian Ocean is cool. So if it is in an Indian Ocean dipole is in negative phase, then we get high amount of rainfall in India. This is also a propelling factor which supports the rainfall in India, and it is the reason why we had been receiving more rainfall in this 2021. Okay friends, this is all it for now. Hope you understand all the topics here we had discussed. Delayed monsoon withdrawal, low pressure zones, and also western disturbances, climate change phenomena which are La Nino, Madden-Julian oscillation, and Indian Ocean dipole. How these are all supported and propelled the rainfall high amount in India in the October month. Next video we shall discuss about the floods. Why the floods has been occurred in Kerala previously after 2 years back, and Uttarakhand also previously it had happened, and again it has been happening. Here we have a humanoid error and these things, everything will be discussed in next video. Hope you like the video. Kindly like, share and subscribe to the channel SPV Education World. This is me signing off, SP Rajan. Thank you, take care, bye bye.